Hola amigos, hola amigas, welcome, bienvenido, croeso y salam, welcome to the channel y'all, Cheshin Yak Shimash, good day y'all, ni ha. So today we are going to be doing a vacuum video. Now, sometimes when you want a bus and you can be waiting for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, just for an example, and all of a sudden two turn up. That's basically what's happened here. So you guys would have seen I have got this, which is the Hoover U2190 that I got from Silly Sid. And yeah, we've given it a polish. We've yet to give it a house demo, I think. Yeah, yet a house demo. But anyway, so this is something that I'd been after one of these for a long time. It was one on my kind of like what I call my bucket list. It was the last one actually on my bucket list. So I'm forever grateful to Silly Sid for letting me buy this from him, because it kind of like completes my fact bucket list. And then all of a sudden, then straight after, one of these turns up. Yes, we have another one. Unfortunately, this one is in a very sorry state. It is very yellowed. I mean, this has got a slight yellowing tinge to it, but this is almost in mustard. It's got scratches on it. It's got dents. It's dirty. It was from some kind of find. This is U2190 as well. It was kind of found in a basement somewhere, some shop, and a friend of mine bought it. So I've got this to clean up for him, to restore, to try and make it look as good as this. So all we can do is try. So if I turn it around, you'll see there that that is kind of the color that it's supposed to be, but it is very, very faded all around here. It looks really sorry for itself. Now I didn't realize, oh, that bloody light. I didn't realize that originally it's supposed to have a cream bumper and there's a light colored underneath part to it, sort of like a light beige. So I didn't realize that it's supposed to have that. So this one's got a brown one on it, which does suit it. But I will have a look and see if I can find a more white bumper for it. And I think I've got a spare. I'm sure I've got a spare machine with the bumper that I can take off and put on this to make it more kind of like original. I'm not worried about the underneath plate. I'm not even worried about the bumper, to be honest. But I think I've got a spare one. I'll put it on and see. Anyway, so this is the one that we're going to be working on. This is the one that is fine. Maybe I will Retrobrite it at some point in the future, but for now it looks absolutely fine. But we're going to be concentrating on this baby. So it's all fine. Somebody actually commented on this about why they use this old-fashioned metal one on there rather than the more modern. And I think it's to do with the pull of the bellows, because when you pull the machine down low, if you're going to vacuum underneath something, this bellows is under a lot of tension pulling up. And I think if you didn't have the metal flange with the screw, the ordinary type that just clipped on and off, that would just pop off. And really, to be honest, you don't need to be taking this off to empty the bag anyway, because the bag's inside the hard case, so you don't have to sort of like faff around with it like as if it was the soft bag. But yeah, the color of it there, you can see very much how much it's all faded and stuff. But yes, this is what we're going to be working on. So it's really funny because I've only ever seen one in person once. No, it is a Hoover bag. It's a bit of fluff and stuff in it, but we get rid of that. So we're going to be stripping this one and cleaning it and fixing it. So obviously it's going to be in two parts. We got this part, the hard bag part to do, which is a lot more than just sticking it on the washing machine on a wool wash. This is going to be a full kind of like strip down to try and clean it up and take it off. I can see where it kind of Fits onto the bellows up here. These are the screws to take it off. There's screws here. It's for the handle to come off. I think, yeah, that's all part of the handle. And the bag mechanism. It's not going to be complicated, even though it's something I've not worked on myself. It's not really something that's going to be sort of like ultra complicated. I just have to make sure that I've got a screw card for it, that I mark all the screws, because this part is completely different. But yeah, and then this part then is just bog standard Hoover Junior. So I am not going to be retrobriting this part because I don't want to damage the printed logo on it. And this as well, I'm not going to be retrobriting. I'm going to be cleaning it, washing it, and then polishing it, but I don't want to damage the badge on it as well. I also, oh actually, I'm going to take this off now, this sticker. Done. Put it back on when it's finished. So I'm going to put that on my toy Dyson there to keep an eye on that. So that's perfect. And we can even see underneath here how it should be as well. But yeah, it's very manky. The seal is just awful. That should be coming out further for the bag to fit onto it. It's terrible. Horrible design. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put these to one side. That can go in the bin. And let's start taking this thing apart. Right, okay, so we've got this all separated. This was kind of like the most, I was like, I bet there's something behind that. And yeah, there was the other two screws. So it's all come apart. It's absolutely filthy, but it literally just needs cleaning and retrobriting. That's not too bad. So that's the, I'm gonna pull some cable through. So I can't get this off now until I get the cable out, which means having to do this one. So the head of it. So just push this to one side. That's a bit stiff. We'll sort that out. Oh, it's been desuppressed. No, it hasn't. The suppressor's in there. And that suppressor does not look in good condition. Yeah, that's going to have to be sandblasted. Right, okay, so we've separated the cable from the body. That's good. Back to this, pull the cable through. The bellows extra long get pulled out through that. I'm going to put this over here. I'm just going to pull the cable through this grommet. And there we go. Whoosh. Just going to give all this a vac. Right. So everything to do with the hard bag is now out. I need to wash it all, and then I'll come back to you as soon as I've done that. As soon as this is washed, I'll come back. Okay, so I have got these parts all cleaned. You can really see the difference in the discoloration. There's a lot of marks on it as well. But it's all come up nice and clean, which is good. Right, so that part is now done. The next thing I have to work on now is this, so that I can get this clean, so I can start retrobriting, because that's what I really need to do next, is retrobriting. And I have a feeling that this motor is going to look a right old state. So we need to start doing that. Okay, so this is all going to need sandblasting. Right, let's get this motor out. So that's the heart removed. Let's remove the brush roll. Now I need to get this faceplate off. Well, that's come out very easy. This has got a bracket around it. There we go. Yeah, they've strengthened it. Couple of dead diggly danglies. Let's just vac this out quickly. Let's get this off. I hate taking these off. They're such a bitch. Come here, Millie. Good girl. Jet one. I mean, sandblast. Right. Okay. So that's the body completely taken apart. I will use a wire brush on that. I can't fit the whole thing into the sandblasting pod. I'll put a wire brush on there. The first thing I need to do is put this into a dishwasher. That's the best way to clean it. Let me wash. I'm going to have to wash these parts. That really needs lubrication. It's as dry as buggery and dusty. Take this off. Take all this old seal off as well. And get up. Right. Now we're going to take this off and get this washed. That's for sandblasting. Right, I'm going to wash all these parts. And then we'll take a look at this motor, because it's been done with something. But yeah, anyway, let's come back to that. Right, let me get all these clean. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so I've got the first lot of bits to Retrobrite, which is the handle I thought I'd do the base as well, the base plate, because I can make that lighter, and I've got the clip at the bottom, and I've also put in the bumper as well to lighten that up. So just gonna get my rubber gloves and start pouring in the peroxide solution. I need to go and get some more boxes. Gonna leave it in like that. Maybe it will do the whole thing, or I'll have to turn it over maybe. Just move that over. There we go. Right, let me get the lid. Okay, I'm going to try it this time without using any foil around it and see if that shouldn't make any difference, to be honest. Right, okay, so we've got everything in there. Now I'm going to leave this now on for 24 hours and we'll see how it does. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. I did come in early this morning and I turned the handle over to the other side. Let me cut the power off. Wow. I'm gonna have to pick this up and take it out. It's definitely lightened it, but it's not made it as white as it normally should be. See, there's still a distinct line. I'm wondering, I've had this solution, the same solution now for, it's got to be about 2 years, and I'm wondering if it's losing its thing. Because I don't know how long this will last. Let me have a look on Google and see what I can see. Okay, so I've just done a Google search on hydrogen peroxide, and an unopened bottle will last for 3 years. A open bottle will expire in 6 months. So I think this hydrogen peroxide has lost its power, and I think that is the problemo. Right, let me go back onto this website and have a look and see how much it is. Okay, so I have just ordered another 8 5-litre gallon bottles of this stuff. because I don't know why I didn't check. So I'm going to responsibly dispose of all of this, and then I will have to wait. I'll empty this, and then I will try this process again, because obviously it's not working as good as it should be, because these bottles have been used and opened for the past at least 2 years. So this is going to extend a bit longer. So let me get rid of this. I'm going to rinse those parts off, wait for the new liquid to arrive, and then we will do this again and see, because it's definitely lightened it. But before, 24 hours would have made this completely white. So I think that is what the problem is, and that's why I didn't get the results that I got before. So I've ordered 8, which was almost £70. And then what I'm going to do is, on the bottles this time, I'm going to label them and write on them numbers used and stuff, so it'll give me a better idea of trying to track the use of these. So anyway, we will come back in a few days, because it's going to be delivered, and I'll speak to you then. Okay, so we are back £70 later, and I've bought 8 of these brand new 12% hydrogen peroxide food grade. Now I know that these are going to be strong, so we have to have double gloves, and they need to be replaced because they've got a little hole in them, but they'll be okay for a minute. Right, okay, so let's start pouring it in now. Full strength new bottles. Let's start pouring it in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write the date on these bottles so that I know when they've been opened and used and stuff. One. Right, there we go. Okay, containers are ready. Heat mat is on. Let's now wait until tomorrow morning, and I can almost guarantee now with brand new liquid that this is going to bring it back to original. So let's wait. Okie dokie. We have got it in. Don't think we have. No, I'll do this one separate. I'm just going to concentrate on that for now. Right, let's pour in the liquid. This is going to be the biggest transformation. Because we need to get it completely even to that color, or even in there. One. Oof, almost. Okay, it's covered. Let's just make sure I've got any air bubbles. There'll be a lot of air trapped in there. There we go. Now, don't have a lid for this, and I definitely don't have a lid with a hole in it. So what I will do is I'll put one like that, and I'll put the other one next to it like so. Right, just need to let that cook now. I'm going to come back and check in it later, but I'm not going to take it out until tomorrow. I really want it to have a good 24 hours inside there. Okay, so I thought I was going to have to leave this overnight, but it's only been 3 hours and it's already transformed to brilliant white. It's just absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. That was absolutely... Oh, actually, no, I can still see a little bit of a faint line. Right, okay. But the transformation already, after just that little time, is incredible. But I can see that it's still going to need a good couple of hours. I think the plastic is stopping it from going through, because I had it like that. And I don't have a lid with holes in it suitable for that. I think I'm going to have to Blue Peter something. Right, I'll be back now. Phil just reminded me that I've got this big piece of Perspex, which is perfect. Perspex perfect. Right, so I can put that there. And I can put that on there.
Have to have the holes drilled in the top then, no?
No, I just did it to kind of like let it breathe, but it doesn't really make any difference. And I know that this Perspex lets the UV through, because some plastics don't, they stop it. Okay. Which I think that one is doing. So I know that this piece of Perspex works. So there we go. So I'm going to leave this now until tomorrow, just to make sure that it's completely white. But like I've seen, the transformation is amazing. I'll see you in the morning. Okay. Wow. You can see already. Now that is different. That is now back to its brand new color. That looks absolutely amazing. Because part of it was sticking out, so I got this turkey baster and I kept basting the plastic with the lights over it, and I'm really surprised, but it has worked. Fantastic. Right, I need to get this out. Stand this up. Look at the difference on that. I just need to give this a rinse off, empty out the liquid, and then start on the hood. What's left? Yeah, the hood and this. So you can see, because that was the same color. Look, you can see the difference. Let me take a screenshot picture. There we go. So you can see the difference that it's made. But I need to get a different container for this, so that's what I'm going to do now. So give me a minute and I'm going to empty this out, and then we get another container. Okay, so all the retrobriting is now finished. So on this side we have the main body, and that is just, look at that, absolutely incredible. So all that's done. On this side, look at that. That looks amazing. That definitely needs a polishing, and I need to rub the rust off that, but apart from that, it's looking really good. So the next thing we have to do is the motor, that little bit of sandblasting to clean those parts, and then we basically just start putting the thing back together. So we're on a roll. Absolutely incredible, the difference. God, it's even whiter than what that was, and we thought that was white, but look at that. So anyway, so that is it for part 1. In part 2, we're going to finish it off, do the motor and do the rest. So I'm incredibly amazed at the transformation that has occurred in so far. So we just need to finish it off. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.